Okay, so we're installing the baseboards along the wall. That's going to be what it's going to look like. We'll have to get them painted as well. And to do so, we got this tricky little angle down here. Let me show you the angle. See, it's kind of an odd little angle. It's not a 45. I'm getting as perpendicular as I can to the wall with the phone, and you can see that it comes out at this angle. And because it's floated and taped right along here, it's also kind of curved, which makes it a little more difficult still. So what we want to do is figure out how to measure that angle. That's our project. So we start with protractor. Got a nice protractor here. It doesn't have to be metal, but this is a nicer metal protractor. And if we put this protractor on the wall from the hole by my thumb, you can kind of estimate what the angle would be by looking out, but you can't get it really close. So what we want to do is put something up against the wall here that we can use to set our protractor on and try to line up with that angle. Okay? So we get it against the wall, get the protractor against the wall. Now if we do this right in the corner, you see how the protractor doesn't exactly set on the wall? So we're not going to get a really perfect angle measurement. Now that the baseboards, when we get them in, we'll take up that gap and we'll nail them down, and it'll make more of a conjoined angle. But at this point, we're just wanting to get a measurement. So we want to back our nice Galaxy box up, or anything else that we can set this up on that's got a straight edge to it. We're going to start back here, over off the wall. We're going to set this hole up right along the edge of the box. You can kind of see it right through there. Okay. And having that against the wall, you can see it's flush now, and we'll get a better angle measurement. And now it's just a matter of paralleling the Galaxy box to our little wall section right there. So the closer we get, the easier it is to parallel up. There we go. And we can set something in here to measure here and here to make sure we're parallel. Right there. And there is our angle measurement. By the way, I've done this a few times. I've gotten the same measurement every single time. 115 degrees. So if 115 is the total angle, the way it opens up, it's an obtuse angle. Then to find out where our cut is, we would take half of 115, which is 57.5. And at 57.5, when we go over to the saw, there's not a measurement for 57.5. Climbing out of the window to get to the saw. Ta-da! $12.5 on top of 45 makes a 57.5. If we're laying the board down, we cut it this way. If we had shorter boards, we could stand them up and just rotate this 12.5 degrees, which is halfway between there. Right? And that would give us the angle that we would need to cut it standing up. My boards are very tall. I have to lay them down and actually do a double cut. So let me show you that finished product. Climbing back in the window. Ripping my pan. Knocking over the nails on the way in. And so our cut final product is this angle right here. So I'll get this flush up into the corner. Right up into the corner there like that. And I'll start working on my other little piece that goes in between, make sure the two fit and it looks right, and then nail them in place. Once you're done with the baseboards, and having those up and in place, you also want to do quarter round, which really gives it a nice finished look. Let me see if I can prop this up here and just put the quarter round in front and give you an idea what that look's going to be. It's a nice finished look. Oh, I forgot to tell you, after you cut them, you have to paint them. So paint them, that way when you nail them, there's a lot less work to do. You caulk the holes from the nails, driving the nails a little deeper than the finish, and you fill that with the caulk, and then paint it. Caulk bead along the top line of the wall, and a caulk bead along where the quarter round right here meets the baseboard. So once you get that in place, a little caulk bead right there too. That takes care of it. That's how you install baseboards on a funny angle.